Well, I've been working out in the yard all day and I'm kind of tired of that and I want to do something else, so I came out here and got this thing jacked up, and I'm about ready to swap that front end, I think, because I have this nice new one over here with these wonderful juice brakes on there, and it's just all rebuilt and brand new and ready to go. So I think I'm going to do a little swap in here. That's a pretty good project. That's going to take me a while, but I got time. If I need to pull an all-nighter, shoot, that's what I'll do. Well, as it turns out, this is not going to be too tough a job after all. I just had to... Well, I'm going to try and explain what's going on here. The old shackles that hold my old springs on used this kind of a hanger, spring hanger, and it uses this tapered pin that goes in there. You can see that that's got a taper on the end. This is tapered. So then when you put a nut on this and squeeze those together, those two shackles come together and squeeze it down on the springs, and that's what holds it all together. But my new springs has a different setup than that. What it has is this kind of a hanger, and this pin is not tapered, plus it's not as big as this one. So this is the size, the diameter that I need to fit in my spring shackles or hanger, but this one's too small, so it would be sloppy in there. So what I'm about to do is I've got chucked up over there in my 100-year-old Lodge Shipley lathe. I've got one of these pins, brand new and chucked up, and I'm going to mill that down so that it's the right size as this to fit in this hole, because this is not a tapered surface like this one. So I'm going to take that back, use this for a pattern. So I'll have the right size here, and I'll have the right size out here for my hanger. I could build a whole new setup to hold those springs, but this is just so much quicker to machine down a couple of those pins. So that's what I'm about to do. Okay, I got my legs marked on there. So right there, where I stop, I'll come out and get a new bite on that. But I can't do that and run this camera at the same time. So I'm going to set you down. Well, I got my new front end hung. And that's going to be nice to have brakes on there. But in the process, I had a feeling this was going to be kind of an involved project. And it is, but that's okay. Anyway, in the process, I discovered a couple things, and one of the things I discovered is that wheel is just bent really bad, and in several places. I mean, it's a Flintstone wheel, man. It's square. So I don't know, as much as I wanted to run these spokes, I can't run that one. And then another thing I discovered was this wheel, this other spoked wheel. Where is it? It's worn. There it is. It's worn all the way through. I mean, y'all see that? You can see the tire through that hole. And that's not a good thing. So, and another thing I discovered is they don't fit anyway. They don't fit these drums. If you can see over there how, I'll show you how this one's, the original is tapered. That drum is kind of tapered back. That allows that wheel to go on. And these others don't. So, boy, as much as I wanted to run those spoke wheels, I'd much rather have that good heavy brand new front end and new brakes and all that. So, another thing I discovered is that those springs are 1 inch longer than these rusty old dogs here. And at one point I had that axle hung under these old springs, but I decided against that. I'd just rather have those new springs on there. and I never have to worry about them. They're not gonna break, and they're gonna last forever. They'll last longer than I do. But what's gonna have to happen is, you can see how crooked that shackle is hanging there. I'm gonna have to move that bracket back, and that's a doable thing. So that's not the end of the world either. But as far as the measurements, this axle measures exactly the same as that old one, all the way through. The bolt holes on the springs, like I said, I had it hung with those other springs, and it fit perfectly. But I decided to go with the new springs, so in the process, I'm going to have to put pins in the machine down. Turned out real well. They fit really nice. And oh, I was mistaken about that not being a tapered pin, that newer one. It's very slight. It's slight enough that I could just angle a little bit, put it on the grinder, and get that taper. So I machined it down so it would fit the rest of it, and there we go. I'm gonna call it a night. I've been out here several hours and I haven't had anything to eat, so we're gonna shut her down, huh, Sparky? Yeah, you checking things out? Is that gonna be all right till tomorrow? Well, if not, you just go ahead and fix it. All right, see y'all later. Thanks for watching.